To schedule time for your class to use the class set of MacBooks or to use the Irving Computer Lab, you'll need to do this on the school shared calendar. I'm going to show you how to find these calendars and how to schedule an event in there. So the first thing I'll do is show you where to find it. You're going to go into your school email account and go to this black bar at the top of your screen. Then click on where it says Calendar. This will open up your Google Calendar. Now go to this sidebar here on the left-hand side and you'll notice two options down here, either My Calendars, those are calendars that you've created, or Other Calendars, and those are calendars that other people share with you or they're calendars that belong to other people. You've all been shared with these two calendars for this year, the Irving MacBook Cart and the Irving School Computer Lab. If you have other calendars down here from past years for the computer lab, you're going to want to hide them or delete them. In order to delete a calendar, I'm going to delete this birthdays calendar. You can click on, just hover over that calendar, click on the arrow, and then go to the place where it says hide this calendar from the list and click on it. And that'll hide all of your old calendars that you may have been using for the computer lab. That can get very confusing if you're trying to schedule computer lab time and you're doing it on a different calendar than the one we should be using. So again, you're looking for Irving MacBook Cart, and it might be a different color than this, and Irving School Computer Lab. Those are the calendars we'll use this year. Now to schedule an event in either calendar, first decide, do you want to use your MacBooks or do you want to use the iMacs in the lab? Let's say that I want to use the iMacs in the lab. To schedule an event, to schedule time for my class, I've got two ways I can do it. The easiest way is to just find a part of the calendar that is not taken up. So you can see in this week, I see Mr. Williams is using the computer lab from 8:30 to 9:45 on Wednesday, and Mrs. Aguileras is using it from 12:30 to 1:30. I'm going to schedule around those times and not on top of them. Those times have already been reserved for other teachers. So let's say I want to do a computer lab time from 10 to 11. I'll just click on the time slot here. And I can type in my name. And I'll go to where it says calendar. I don't want to schedule this under my calendar. I want to schedule it under Irving School Computer Lab calendar. Notice how it changed colors to match the color coding for that calendar. And then you just click Create Event. And it should be on that shared calendar for everyone to see that I've reserved that time. So make sure if you're headed out the door to go use the computer lab and you haven't signed up for a time, check the shared calendar first to see if somebody's already signed up for that time. If it's free, you're welcome to use the lab, but if it's not, then don't head down there because you'll see a whole bunch of kids in there already using the lab. If you decide that you don't want this time anymore, you can always go back to your time that you've scheduled, just click on it, and then just click on delete right here. Another way that you can schedule time in the lab is or with the MacBook Cart, is you just click on this big red Create button, and you can type in event details here. So I might say Mrs. Deal, computer lab time. And then I might say that I want to do it on Thursday from 10 to 11:30. And I would probably want to click here on Find a Time just to make sure nobody else is using it. But you know what? I'm actually not even in the right calendar. So I'll click on Calendar, go to Irving School Computer Lab, right down here. And then I'll go to Find a Time. And if I wanted to use it maybe in the morning, I could click right there. And if I wanted to, so that's from 9 to 10 on Thursday. And if I wanted to repeat that event, I could just click on repeat and it'll ask me when do I want it to repeat. I can repeat weekly on Thursdays, or I could repeat weekly on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And end it never. I could just keep going on forever, so it'll always repeat on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I would just click done and save. And then you can see every week I've been scheduled for computer lab time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that is how you find your computer lab schedule and the MacBook cart schedule, and add events to reserve the MacBook cart or the computer lab cart.